Hey guys, Jeremy here, and today I want to show you this new vinyl figure that I picked up at Toys R Us. And this guy right here, this is Chucky. I got him for $19.99. And if you don't know who Chucky is, and I know a lot of you do, but in case you don't, just let me get this out the way. Chucky is a killer doll and is based on a movie franchise that started in 1988. It was called Child's Play, and it was about a serial killer who transferred his soul into a doll right before he died, and so that he could possess the soul of a child. And of course there were many sequels after that, and he just keeps coming back, and he has a knife, and it's really good. But this particular vinyl figure here is based off of Chucky's somewhat later appearances post Child's Play 3. At the end of that movie, he fell into a big fan and he got his limbs and stuff and face all chopped up. And at the beginning of the next movie, which was Bride of Chucky, his face was stitched back together. So that's what this particular Chucky is based off of. And this is from Mezco Toys, and Mezco, they do some pretty good job when it comes to creating figures and stuff. I have another Mezco figure. It's the Heisenberg from Breaking Bad, and he came with a bag of meth and a hat, and it's not an action figure. It's really more of a really small statue, but the detail was just really good. So when I saw this guy in Toys R Us for just 20 bucks, I was like, hey, I really don't have a Chucky figure outside of the Funko Pop, and this one is a lot more menacing than that one is. So I'm going to take a look at this guy. We're going to get him out of the box, and yeah, let's take a closer look at him. Should be fun. All right, so here's Chucky all out of his packaging, and man, he looks pretty cool. I'm actually a little bit surprised in how good this guy turned out. Looks really good. He also comes with this knife accessory, which just fits into his hand really gracefully, I guess as it should, And he also has some articulation, and I didn't think he would have any articulation, but he actually does. You got his arms here that can move up and down in a kind of ironically somewhat of a stabby motion, and his arms can also move in and out like that. Same thing with this arm. His head is articulated as well, and it's very smooth. Usually when we have like figures that have like ball joints for their heads, it's a little stiff. But this guy, the rotation, you can just look at that. It's really smooth rotation. You can turn it to, oh, this is kind of creepy. He's looking at me with that eye. It's really weird. But yeah, you can tilt his head mostly to the left and to the right. You can tilt it down, you can tilt it up, and just kind of all around, and that's really cool there. He also has these tally marks, or these stitches right here on his right hand, and that is a very nice detail as well. And his legs don't move, but his feet do. So when you take him out of the packaging, he might not want to stand up on his own. In order to fix that, all you have to do is just move the feet. All you have to do is just move his articulated feet until he can stand up properly. And that's what I'm doing, and that's pretty good. Man, his face looks really looking at him dead on, this is just creepy, Really good work on the stitching on his face, all the stitches and the dark lines and the red from the blood, and even underneath, you see underneath the skin, really good job on that. The red of his hair is also very well done. The paint sometimes is sometimes it looks like a little bit dirty, a little bit splotchy here and there, but really no big deal. He looks really good, and his good guy uniform is also painted pretty well. And yeah, this is a pretty awesome vinyl figure. As far as vinyl figures go, I'm mostly used to the things that Funko creates, but yeah, in this small scale with this kind of detail, this is really good, and only for $20, about $21 after tax. So if you're a fan of the Child's Play movies and just some old school slasher flicks and the villains that were in them, I really recommend this guy. He looks really good, and you probably want to put him someplace where you're not going to be sleeping, because yeah, this makes me a little bit uneasy. But hey, it's a pretty good figure, and I totally recommend it. Go check him out at Toys R Us or some other place online if you can find this guy. So that's it for me. So thanks so much for watching. I'm going to lock Chucky in a closet somewhere. And until next time, I'm Jeremy, and I will talk to you later. Maybe.